everyone. Mitch coming in for the Command Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fun one for you. How in the world are these cards $5 or less? They're an absolute steal. Pick them up right now. Of course, there's going to be a link in that description below with all the cards. Now, with all that said, let's jump into it. First up, let's start with some sorceries with Temporal Manipulation. Yeah, an oldie but a goodie, a classic, and they don't make them like this anymore. No, like seriously, they really don't. For 3 blue, 5 mana in total, take an extra turn after this one, and that's it. Some of the other text that you would almost always basically see on an extra turn spell are not present on this, basically. Again, exile, this card, basically. That is not on this card, meaning, yeah, one of the, new kind of design rules of Magic is being broken here, where you can very easily chain extra turns with something like this, going like, okay, yeah, I'll take an extra turn, maybe copy it in some ways. Oh, and by the way, all of a sudden, bring it back from my graveyard and do it again. Yeah, you can just do so many absurd things. An extra turn is the most valuable resource in Magic. Many players think, it's card draw, or it's, lands. No, it's turns. Turns is literally the most expensive and most valuable resource in Magic, and 5 mana is nothing to pay for an extra turn. Take over the game with this one. Continuing on with sorceries, an oldie but a goodie, one that is just a single mana, my goodness, Reanimate. A sorcery-free single black mana, put target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. You lose life equal to its mana value. My goodness, that is insane. Yeah, being able to just go, oh yeah, I want that. Okay, that's mine. Yeah, any creature out of any graveyard, doesn't have to be your own. 1 mana, it's yours. Sure, you lose life, but again, life in Commander is a resource. Take advantage of it. Being able to just go, all right, biggest creature on the board for 1 mana, it's mine now. Doesn't matter whose board it is. Again, you could just be getting rid of these creatures with, just regular removal, with edict effects. You can mill them. Whatever you're going to do, you can actually just go, that creature, mine. You can even tutor them into your own graveyard or your opponent's graveyard too. There are cards that do that as well. But yeah, being able to just get out the best creature on the board very, very quickly with this for 1 mana sure costs some life, but life, again, is a resource. Utilize it. They don't make reanimation spells like this anymore. Again, basically, nowadays, it's like, 4 mana or so for like a zombify type effect. Basically, it's like the base level. You're getting a massive discount on that. So yeah, take advantage of this one and pick it up. Let's keep things rolling, though, with a land. With the World Tree, this is such a good card, and one that players out there might just go, well, you know what, I kept reading it, and now it's not for my deck. No. Let me tell you why this is definitely for your deck. Enters the battlefield, tap spray green. As long as you control 6 or more lands, lands you control have, tap, add 1 mana of any color. By the way, pay double Wooburg, tap, sacrifice it, and search life for any number of God cards on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Again, there are definitely going to be players out there that go, oh, well, I'm not playing a God deck. I don't even have a God in my deck, and I don't have changelings either. Okay, well, that's fine. That's nice. But still, this is a land that literally fixes your mana perfectly. Again, as a land. So if you are in a Wooburg deck, which you have to be to play this because of that restriction at the bottom, basically, yeah, this is just, hey, you've got perfect mana fixing based on a land. Sure, is it a little slow? Sure, don't care. But also, it could be a game-ending card again if you are in a Gods deck, or if you just even have a couple of Gods in the deck. It can be a card that can be a utility card for you, too. Even if you have Gods or no Gods, again, it's an amazing card to permanently fix your mana from a land. Absolutely incredible. Pick it up. All right, buckle up for this next one because your opponents will not see this coming. Sudden Spoiling, an instant for 3 mana in black. Split second. Yeah, they don't use that on many cards at all because it is so overpowered. As long as it's on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. The one exception is, it's not like exception, but like special actions, like Morph. Sure, I guess if someone's got a Willbender, yeah, they can get around that. But do you know how many players playing Willbenders? No? Okay, good. Anyways, Sudden Spoiling basically is unstoppable, uncounterable. So when you cast it, it will happen. Until end of turn, creatures target player controls lose all abilities at a base power of a 0/2. This is an insane effect. Being able to go, hey, you know what? Again, uncounterable, you can't stop it. It's going to happen. Nothing else can happen while I'm doing this. Play it, and all of a sudden your opponent goes, oh, my massive army that was just swinging at you, now they're basically useless. Again, literally, not only does it turn them into 0/2s, which essentially anything can take out in combat, it also says all of their abilities are gone. Meaning, if they've got Indestructible, gone. Hexproof, gone. All the things, they are gone. Yeah, and you're not targeting the creatures, targeting the player. So yeah, you can do that, and it was hexproof. But yeah, still, it takes out all of their abilities. They're all gone. And yeah, in combat, that can be incredibly deadly. Again, if you are swinging at them and they're blocking, you can go, oh yeah, you thought you had good blocks? Nope, they're all gone. And it can also be when another player is swinging another player. You can just mess up someone's combat so bad with something like this. Or, I mean, just like, shut down a player on their turn. Again, if their entire deck's built around their commander, like, my commander's got this great attack trigger. I'm so excited, la 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 la. Right as their turn starts, you go, hey, you know what, at this turn, your creatures do absolutely nothing. If you just kind of need to stop them for one turn, a quick stopgap for them not getting any triggers or whatever is going on, stop it right then and there so that, hey, on your turn, you can then win the game. This has a lot of applications. It's such a cool card. Check it out. Now let's switch things up to a different kind of strategy, which is called I Draw All the Cards in the World with Kindred Discovery for 5 mana and blue. We've got an enchantment. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature controls the chosen type but enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. I almost skipped ahead and just said attacks. Yeah, it's both. I keep forgetting that it is both sometimes, where, yeah, you've got your creatures, again, of a chosen type, so it is a tribal deck that you're going to be building this around most likely. But yeah, being able to go, yeah, hey, whenever any of my elves come into play, yeah, sure, I draw. And whenever they attack, I also draw. Good for me. You can do some absolutely insane things with this where you are getting so much incredible value. You are getting all the value in the world. You are drawing insane amounts of cards. Again, it's not on ETB for non-token creatures. No, it doesn't specify that. Like, there are, like, no restrictions on this at all. You can get it from when you blink creatures, because, again, it doesn't say, like, a caster requirement either. So it's ETBs plus on attack. You're going to be drawing an insane amount of cards, just like the only card engine you need in play. If you have this, you've got, like, all the cards in the world. You'll be like, wow, your hardest decision with this kind of a card is going to be, well, I'm at 14 cards now. Well, end of my turn, I got to discard down to 7. Isn't this tough, everyone? And then your opponents are going to be very, very upset because you are complaining about having an overabundance of cards. And then you take them out and you win anyways. The other enchantment I want to bring up right now is Shielded by Faith. This is such a good card, and sneak peek, a combo card as well. Enchantment Aura for 3 mana in white. Enchant creature. Enchant creature's got Indestructible. When a creature enters the battlefield, you may attach Shielded by Faith to that creature. It is such a good card because it is, yes, an aura, but it is an aura that you can ship around to whatever creatures you need. Again, being able to go, okay, Indestructible on this creature I protect it. You know, maybe it's my commander. Maybe it's just a key piece I have in play. Cool. I get something else in play that's better. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? Let's move that over there. Also, you actually can politic with this card. Again, it says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it does not say under your control. If an opponent plays a really good creature, you're like, hey, I'm not in the best spot right now. I mean, you probably shouldn't say that, but I'm not in the best spot right now. You're in a really good spot. If I protect your creature for a bit, will you give me like 3 turns off of combat, essentially? Don't swing at me. Like, take out my opponents first. Like, I'll protect your commander. Come on, there you go. So yeah, Nick deals with this too if you really need to. You can definitely do that. Or again, there are certain commanders out there, maybe a certain uncommon Selesnya commander where this just goes infinite because you're like, all right, enters the battlefield. All right, creature's the battlefield, gets an aura on it. Oh, when that happens, I get another creature, returns to the battlefield, get another aura on it. Yeah, there's some crazy things you can do with this outside of protecting things amazingly. But next up, an enchantment that is a creature enduring tenacity. A 4/3 Snake Glimmer for 4 mana in black. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. When it dies, if it was a creature, return to the battlefield. Under its control, it's an enchantment. Yeah, I mean, this is an incredibly powerful card. This is, well, basically what, Sanguine Bond, essentially, but just as an enchantment that is cheaper. Enchantment creature that is cheaper that takes twice as many removal spells to get rid of, basically. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy good. It is 1 mana cheaper than Sanguine Bond, and it is just, well, incredible. So this is a card where essentially you go, hey, you know what? I'm in any kind of a deck that has any kind of life gain, and yeah, life can be incredibly easy to gain. I mean, think about casting a Congregate, getting 2 life at instant speed for every single creature on the board, and just going, yeah, I just gained, 40 life. Cool, all right, you're gone. Goodbye. Yeah, you can just, like, hyper take someone out super, super quickly. There's also combos, of course, that work really well with this as well. But yeah, again, even if this is taken out once, it just becomes a harder to deal with thing that is just coming right back, essentially, as an enchantment. It is such a good, solid card. Again, Aristocrat style decks that, you know, have those life gain effects like Blood Artisty type effects. You've got, again, the combo strategies. You've got just massive life gain. It's an amazing card. Pick it up. Speaking of amazing cards, though, one that you might not know about, but you should, Cauldron of Souls. I love this card. Artifact for 5. Tap, choose any number of target creatures. Each of those creatures gains persist until end of turn. This is such a good card because, again, persist is one of those keywords that we don't really see too often because it's kind of broken-ish. I mean, this is really hard to kind of build like an infinite combo around. You definitely can. There are ways to do it, but still. When it comes to just going, hey, you know what? I don't want my creatures to die. So they're going to come back slightly smaller. Again, when they die, they come back with a -1/-1 counter on them if they didn't have one. And then all of a sudden it goes, all right, yeah, just basically massive board wipe protection that just stays in play. Yeah, those creatures, if they have -1/-1 counters on them, if they die again, they're gone then. At that point, you can't give them, you know, you can give them persist, but it won't do anything, really. That being said, there are ways to remove those counters. There are ways to just get +1/+1 counters on those creatures, which then cancel those counters out, so you can do this again. Yeah, this in any kind of a counter strategy that can remove those counters is insane. Again, just repeat board wipe protection. Absolutely crazy. Or just like throw this in aristocrat style strategy. We're like, okay, I'm sacrificing all these creatures for value. Oh, and they're coming right back. And then I could sacrifice them again. Also, we just talked about politicking when it came to, well, Shielded by Faith. Now you can politic with this as well. Again, it chooses any number of target creatures. Does not specify under your control or that you own or whatnot. No, it just says any number of target creatures. You can, again, if a board wipe is happening, go, okay, I'm saving my creatures, of course, yes. But hey, opponent over there, you're in a tough spot right now. Let me offer you a deal, all right? I will save those creatures that you have right over there. Oh, it's not that one, okay? Not that one. And I'll just pick some creatures, though. All right, and the deal is you can never attack me with those creatures, because otherwise you wouldn't have them anyways, right? So you can't attack me with those creatures. You have to attack every single combat against the other opponents. Basically, I'm getting a secondary army. So yeah, you can get deals with this. You can do crazy things with this. It is such a good card. Pick it up. Speaking of crazy good cards, Crawlspace. Such a simple, effective card. Artifact for 3. No more than 2 creatures can attack you each combat. This just wrecks a good amount of strategies out there in Commander, and a good amount of playstyles, really. Where, of course, there's a lot of token strategy, a lot of go-wide strategies, and I would say, like, a lot of tribal strategies, for the most part, like, are kind of go-wide as well. Like, I've got all the elves in the world! It's like, yeah, you do. But now you can only attack me with 2 of them. Oh, no! Yeah, being able to just go, hey, you've got 2 creatures that can attack me. Sure. Other than that, no. Not at all. It's a ghostly prison type, you know, defense that is... Again, not forcing anyone to pay any mana to attack you, but it is max capping the number of creatures that can actually come through at you, which means that you are very much protected. Your defenses are up, and it really, again, shuts down certain strategies that can be quite powerful. Again, if they got a bunch of 1/1s, I've got 1,000,000 1/1s on the other side of the board, 1,000,000 1/1 squirrels, look at my amazing army! And you're like, all right, I've got this 3-man artifact in play that says, you can swing with 2 of those at me. All right. Well, I shall take out the other opponents. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And I'll swing 2 squirrels at you. I'll block them. Okay, cool. Yeah, if they don't get rid of this, they are just stuck, and you are going to be taking over the game. Even if they have 1,000,000 squirrels, it does not matter. Such a cool card. Such a good card. Pick it up. And finally, Dowsing Dagger. Such a good card. Equipment for 2. Enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2/0/2 green planet creature tokens to defender. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat to a player, you may transform it. Equip 2. This is great for a low to the ground strategy type deck that's getting out creatures pretty early. I mean, this can just be an insane card because, I mean, I guess it was just like this front side and it was like, all right, I give someone 2/0/2s and it gives a creature +2/+1. Would not be all that good, but it does flip over into Lost Veil. Tap at 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. An insane land, one that just goes supercharged ramp basically for you. And that is very easy to actually activate because all of a sudden you just gotta go, all right, Dowsing Dagger comes into play, I give someone 2/0/2s. Cool. It's probably not gonna be the player I'm gonna attack. Unless like I make a deal with them that's like, hey, can I get through with this? Which they probably won't give you unless they really want those creature tokens. That being said, again, it does take down the downside of the front card. We actually have to work around getting around those creatures that you're creating. Because you're just like, hey, opponent over there, you want some plants? And they're like, sure, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, we're best buds now. You're like, all right, opponent over there, other opponent. I'm going to hit you. Cool. And literally on turn 3, you can ramp by 3 mana very simply, very effectively, just playing a creature on turn 1. Dowsing Dagger on turn 2, and then equipping it on turn 3 and swinging and flipping it, and now you've got all the mana in the world. Such a good card. Pick it up. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Comment below with your thoughts on it, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.